Tonight on the live stream of consciousness, I am going to be talking to Elle Pellegrino, who was the Entrepreneur of the Year. Hola, and welcome to the live stream of consciousness. Hola, Tim. I see that you're out there already, always eagerly waiting for the live stream. I love that so much. Our friend Tim is in Brazil. Brazil, what's the town in Brazil? I want to put that in my brain so I can say that as well. It is Monday. May the 4th be with you. I'm sure you heard that all day long. It is Monday, May 4th. So may the 4th be with you. And hola, Tim, and hello, Randy Frieder. He's saying hi, Michael, and hello, Priestess. He knows who I'm going to be having on the live stream tonight. I'm hoping she'll be here. Oh, she is here. She's in the green room. I see her. She's waiting. I just want to say hello and welcome everybody to the live stream of consciousness and tell you what that is. It's my happy place. It's a broadcast I created to spend some time with amazing people and have amazing conversations and share them with you guys who are there. Thank you for always being there, you guys. The town in Brazil that Tim is at is Valinhos, Brazil. So Tim, we are an international show. Every week we go live. Tim is in Brazil watching, and I love that. That makes me international. Isn't today Thursday, May 4th, not Monday? Oh, did I say it was Monday? No, maybe I did, because I do a live broadcast on Monday. But yes, it's Thursday. May the 4th be with you. Oh yes, and I do say that every Monday. I'm like, oh, it's Monday again, and that's why I said Monday. So you got me, Randy. Anyway, I'm excited. Tonight I have an amazing guest on my show who I am more than positive is going to fill this broadcast with some amazing energy. And you guys know how much I love energy and talking about energy and how it rules everything. She is a kind of like a spiritual celebrity, I feel like, on Long Island, locally here. Everywhere you go, that there are spiritual things going on, she's there, she pops up. And even more than that, and we'll talk about this, she owns some amazing clubs in Ronkonkoma, and is involved with music. So last night I actually ran into her at Adam and the Metal Hawks and Mike Tramp from White Lion, and it was awesome to see her. And so I have so many good things to say, so I think rather than do a long intro, I'm just going to welcome her to the show now that she's here, and we'll talk about all of that stuff with her. Welcome to the live stream of consciousness, Elle Pellegrino. What's happening?
Hey, lots of love.
What's happening? Lots of love to you. It's good to see you. I'm excited we could finally do this. I know we talked about this probably a year ago, right?
Oh, at least, yeah, yeah.
But
life is good. You have a lot of wonderful people you come across in the spiritual realm. So it's all divine timing, right?
Absolutely. And Tim is saying he loves Mike Tramp. Wow. I'm surprised he didn't even know who Mike Tramp is. Mike Tramp was the lead singer from White Lion, and he sounded amazing. He said he's in his 60s, and he's like, I'm a 62-year-old man or whatever it was, and he just sounded so good. And his voice just sounded really, I mean, his guitar player was amazing. I wish it was a whole band, but it was just kind of a stripped down version. But it was awesome. It was awesome. And you didn't get to see Adam in the Metalhawks. You got there a little later, huh? Or did you?
I have a lot of friends that filmed it. I got there, I caught pieces of it, and it was wonderful. It was great getting to know everybody and meet with everyone. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Adam and the Metalhawks are a special band to me. I've mentioned them on the show before. I actually went on like mini tours with them. We went to Virginia and they played an amazing festival there, and I got to film it. And it's awesome as a fan to be involved that way. You know, it's very cool. So anyway, welcome to my show. There's a couple of pieces of business we got to get out of the way.
Yes.
And I like to make sound clips of them, so be careful of what you say.
Okay.
But I ask a couple of basic questions that really kind of get us on the same page, get us in the mood. And this is the live stream of consciousness. You're moving?
Yeah, no, I'm staying here. I just the angle's a little whack, so I'm just trying to get it right.
You look marvelous.
Wait, thank you. We're here at Windows. That's the background of the beach.
Yes, awesome.
The camera's going on. Yeah,
that's wonderful. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about that. But this is the live stream of consciousness. So the first question I always ask everybody, and everybody's answer is right. There's no wrong answer here. Everybody's answer just adds to the collective answer that we got before. And that question is, what is consciousness to you, Ellen? What is consciousness?
Consciousness is the vibrational energy of the way we perceive things. You know, it's where we're at, you know, like right now, you know, we are in a very high vibrational aspect of everything. You know, we went from the Piscean age and now we're in the age of Aquarius and everything's heightened and people are freaking out. They're afraid of, I think it's happening. Life is happening so fast and understanding that the universe is working. The universe has a consciousness, and it's the more we expand ourselves, the more we connect, the more we realize life is infinite. And that's what I love about you. You know, what your ideas with the channeling of the artistry and the channeling of this and waking people up to something they might not be comfortable with. You know, so you're finding all kinds of different people that are able to. I'm full of chills. I feel like I'm vibrating as I'm talking to you,
nice.
and it's the aspect of realizing life is precious and how you live it is precious. And if you're not enjoying the process, everybody goes, "Oh my God, what am I supposed to be? What is my purpose?"
Right.
Everything in life is simple. Our purpose is to be happy, to get out of our own way, because the only thing that's preventing the happiness, it's not Joe Schmo, it's not a relative, it's not your significant other, it's you. And when
I was just going to say that when people say, "What's my purpose? What's my purpose?" My whole answer is, your purpose is you. You are your purpose. You're your purpose. You are here to be you. And you, right on the money. You're definitely right on the money with that. Totally,
it's called being in that alignment of and where we are right now. This is a year 2023 is about self-love. It's about learning how to honor ourselves. And the vibration of tonight, the energy is off the hook. It's the eclipse. It's a full moon. There's so much energy right now. So it's the shadow is coming into our life to shake us up, to decide, is that shadow serving us anymore? Because we can't live in that because it's not real. What's real is when you're shining at your fullest potential, doing the things that you love, living your truth, and learning how to decipher to be around people that vibrate at your frequency or are willing to evolve, ready to evolve to that essence of life.
Totally. We have Joanne Coppola out there, Coppola Benzo out there saying hello. Welcome, Joanne, to the show. A new name for me. Ellen, thank you for bringing your people along. I have this awesome, I know this might seem silly, but I have this cool bell that a friend of mine got me that if new people come and they subscribe and say, "I subscribed," I ring the bell. So I'm just saying, Joanne, you know, and Randy's out there saying, "If my purpose is to be me, then I am a wonderful success." Absolutely, you are, Randy. You are definitely you.
He's awesome.
There's
A
no doubt,
beautiful
right?
life.
And I mean, he's such a unique person, right? And
But you know what's wild? He's so selfless. He goes to different events
yeah.
and he loves to see people shine, and he's
Yeah.
capturing those moments with photography.
I love you know, I love that about him. That's so humble
Yes,
to love to see other people shine and capture that. I'm a photographer too, and I did band
yes.
photography for a long time, and I loved it. It was an amazing thing. Randy's actually got a question. Wow, we got some questions. Priestess, how do you find people who vibrate at your frequency?
It's when you're speaking and they get you.
Totally. Yeah,
When you're talking to somebody and you're at that love frequency, and they see the magic of who you are, and they celebrate you. I'm full of chills. It's like, I celebrate you. He was there when I was Woman of the Year a month and a half ago, and
awesome.
you saw how many pictures and how much love he made, like a novel. Like forget about it.
I know Randy, and I
Oh,
know his MO, and you know what? That's what's so amazing about him. He loves to share his gift
yes.
to elevate you. You know what I mean? And it's really, Randy vibrates at a very high frequency, and
He's a doll baby. He's a
and
doll baby.
he
And we got to find him a new puppy, and that's coming soon.
yes, yes. This
Puppy
this
love.
episode is dedicated to the memory of Cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aw. We
he
love Cookie. Yeah.
Cookie was awesome. But
Yeah.
you know what? The story behind Cookie is awesome. I don't know if he told you, but it's amazing with the dates and his mom and everything. And it's just like he knows. He knows. You know what I mean? So
He's a beautiful soul.
he's
Yeah.
a piece of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally. Cool. Awesome. So before we get into all the cool things I want to talk about you and what you do, I
Yes.
want to talk about my next question, kind of gets us into it anyway.
Yes.
And that is, do you have memory? So, I mean, some people were just born this way, but, what's your earliest memory or story of uh, when you realized that there was more to existence and being than what you're taught in school, and even kind of what you're taught in your day-to-day life? There's more to it. What do you have something?
What's wild was I never, how can I say it? I always saw life differently. I know, when I was little, I wanted to create this beautiful sanctuary of love, and I envisioned it with animals and people and everybody having something going on where they all felt like they were part of something, and that they all mattered,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and you're rescuing animals, and you're living, and you're raising your food, and it
Mhm.
seems like that's about to come. So my 4-year-old memory is about to come into fruition. I guarantee you, within the next 5 years or so, with all
Awesome.
the stuff that's happening in the universe.
Awesome.
But if I could go back to where Randy was and how
Okay.
Cookie was, the essence of Cookie is Randy's little puppy love, dog that wasn't a dog. It was a beautiful soul energy that came into his life, and understanding that everything happens for a reason. Everything has its timing, and Cookie was magical,
Mhm. Mhm.
and all of us connecting is magical, and
Mhm.
we're all moving at a pace that is really allowing us to evolve, as
Yeah.
long as we allow it.
Right.
And that's getting into and talking into consciousness.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, if something feels right and you're flowing with the universe and you're thinking and it's happening, you're in that beautiful alignment.
Right.
When things aren't flowing
Mhm.
and you're not happy
Mhm.
and nothing seems right, that's going into a place of what part of ourselves needs to be honored, looked at,
Mhm.
and revisited to
Right.
shift it. So
Right.
everything that happens for us, and understanding there's nothing happening to us,
Right.
you know?
I love that saying, and I think a lot of the spiritual people that I know, they say, look, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. That whole kind of premise, and I think it's true. And I didn't get to I didn't really want to start talking about it. I got to figure out a way to maybe do it in a nice way. Talk about my day today, but it's relating to this energy, right? So everything is energy, right? Even consciousness is consciousness is the energy, right?
Yes.
The big energy, right? And
Yes.
we are the
Yes.
little energy that kind of exists as part of that big energy. And I think that people don't realize that you have control of how you disperse that energy and how you use that energy interacting with people, right? So like this right
Yes.
here, this is an energy exchange, what we're
It
having,
is.
conversation, any interaction that you have. And so the experience that I had today was kind of the culmination of this interaction I was having with this person. I'm going to keep it very vague. Who I kind of tried to explain that to, because they were very, very cynical often, and I tried to explain to them that the energy that they're
Seems like I
with.
lost you for a second. Are you there?
I'm
There
here.
you are.
Yeah, yeah. You froze, but I could hear
Was it
you.
me that froze or was it you that
Yeah,
froze? Okay, either way.
it
But
doesn't
even
matter.
though I didn't hear your whole conversation, I was
Oh,
hearing
okay.
when you were talking. Oh, we got to close that door, Anthony. That person wasn't at your vibration.
Oh, absolutely, 1,000,000%. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
1,000,000%.
yeah.
But I'd been friends with this person for a long time, and then we hadn't seen each other for like 20 years, and I reconnected because he has a show like this kind of, and I was very inspired by what he was doing. We actually had worked together on a podcast 20 years ago.
Wow.
And it was kind of like a recorded version of it. It wasn't a live thing, but it was definitely an early version of the podcasts. And he was just he was a kindred spirit in technology and media and music and all of those things. So we reconnected. I told him how much I was inspired by how he was doing. We became friends, and then I guess one day in his show, I chat. It was in the chat. He was like being extra cynical, and I said, "Oh, we're being extra cynical today," just very lightly, and it triggered him to really not not like me anymore. And he thought that I was being very preachy. Can you see me and hear me? Because you see.
I hear you, but you froze for a second.
Okay. Okay.
And so what happens is, from what I'm perceiving, from a little bit of the energy of the bits and pieces that I'm getting,
Hmm.
is you reconnected with somebody, you
Hmm.
admired that person, and which is what you needed at that moment, that inspiration, that person that kind of pulled you into a place that resonated with your heart and kind of rang some bells that rang true
Yeah.
of intuitiveness, projecting, because you love to project and create art and create. But to this day, I'm getting chills
Mhm.
that he isn't at your vibration.
Right. Right.
He,
Well,
just
that was
because he was someone at one point
right.
inspired you,
Right.
which at that point was what you needed.
Right.
You know, you now see that you're at a different frequency,
Right.
and that when you honor somebody, I mean, right now, especially right now, people are going to see people that from different perspectives.
Right. Well,
You,
I remember I said I wanted to talk about a lesson that I learned today, right?
okay, good. I'm sorry.
So this whole situation really, like, it just over time it blew up into today. Uh, I'm not, I'm not even going to get into it, but the situation blew up, and I realized that um, it's okay to be a miserable person. You know what I mean? Like
It's where you choose to be.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
choice.
And it's like, you know what? If that's who you choose to be, have
God
have
bless.
at it. Have at it. And I don't need to really be around, and he was like, get out of my life. And I'm like,
Okay.
absolutely, no problem. You know what I
No
mean? It's
problem.
like, it was just like that was the lesson for me to be like, you don't have to explain to everybody that they don't have to be miserable because maybe they want to be.
They're comfortable.
Right.
There's some
Exactly.
people who feel good in their pity party pants.
Right.
And you know what? You have to bless and release. If
That was it.
people aren't ready to hear what you have to say because they're not ready for it, it's
Yep.
not his divine timing.
Yep.
He needs to be where he is. And if he chooses, hey, I got you, I'll support you. on a beautiful journey. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm like a happiness coach.
Yeah, yeah,
I help,
absolutely.
I
No,
help
I was saying at the beginning, your energy is like amazing, and I knew that no matter what happened, it was just going to be an amazing experience. You know, it was going to be
yeah.
fun. So we got some comments here from Randy. There are friends we have from many years ago that if we were to meet them anew, we would find we no longer have what. Yeah, absolutely. And there are friends that we would meet again and be like, wow, this is like we never left, because you're on that same frequency. You know what you're talking about, frequency is a part of energy. You know, it's like if you're in that same frequency, then you feel it when you're around people who are in that same frequency, as
Yes.
well as
Yes.
you feel it when they're not in the same frequency, and it doesn't feel the same way, and that's
No.
how you differentiate, and that's how you're like, okay, you know what, I get it. Tim is saying, Michael, you're always on my vibration, brother. Thank you, Tim.
Ah.
Really, really good to hear. And Randy saying that's an easy lesson to learn. Well, you know what? Maybe for you it was. You know,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me, it took this situation to show me, like, even somebody I love and care about and is really being mean to me, I don't need to. I can walk away from them and say, you know what? Listen, be mean. It's cool, but I don't need to sit there and take it and be there for it. I'm gonna go do my thing. You do your thing. You know.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know. And
That's a real growth,
yeah,
and then what I teach people is about the violet flame.
violet flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the essence of is someone's not at your vibration,
Mhm.
you know, the violet flame is threefold. I mean, like you have Archangel Michael, that everybody adores and loves.
Mhm.
Every color has a frequency. So
Mhm.
Archangel is protection, or Michael is protection, and the sword and the shield, and to protect children and people through different times. Well, the violet flame is about transformation.
Mhm.
It's about if something's at a low frequency, you're
Mhm.
able to shift it, transmute it, or co-create whatever you need in your life if
Mhm.
something's not working in
Right.
the healing aspect.
Right.
So it's threefold. It's unconditional love, love of self, and
Mhm.
love somebody even if they're not at your vibration.
Mhm. Mhm.
Forgiveness of yourself from getting caught up in what that person did to me. And forgiveness of them that
Right.
well they're capable of. That's their
Yep.
perspective on,
Absolutely.
and that's where they are. And then transmutation, to
Yeah.
transmute what isn't of love into a higher vibration.
Mhm.
So like if you were with your friends and I was there, I would envision the violet flame, that not that it necessarily become the same frequency, but that there's a common ground.
Mhm.
There's still that essence of that truth line to
Mhm.
know that you both care and love each other very
Right.
dearly, even if you don't agree,
Right. That's right.
But there are many tools, and to me, that's a phenomenal, powerful one.
Sure. Sure. And I guess that's it. I feel like, wow, Michael, you're blessed with so many tools, and really in the past bunch of years, I've been loving the lessons and the challenges of navigating different people's personalities,
Yes.
like really reveling in my ability to do it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, this person is really miserable, but they like me, and they're cool around me, and they're even like looking at me going, maybe you're right, and I think this lesson was kind of like, it's okay to walk away. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like you said, like, I still love Matt, and
Right. Of
uh,
course.
I still love this person. And I mean, even this week there was, all of this stuff had built up. Today hadn't happened, which is when it all blew up, but he made a post on social media and made didn't type the link in right, and so it took you to like a foreign site. It was in a foreign language, you couldn't read it, but the post that it was on was saying, hey, I'll do your social media for you. And I'm like, you might want to check that link. And I didn't say, hey, I don't know why I should help you, you're mean to me, or I didn't like say anything other than, hey, just because I cared about him. And I was like, let me just be the nice guy and tell him. He didn't thank me, he didn't say anything for a couple of days, and then today he blew up and basically said F you instead of thank you. And it was like, I was like, okay, you just thank you. Thank you. It's me who needed to say thank you.
That's right. That's right. He did you a favor.
Yeah.
So again, we're in that full moon energy,
Yeah.
and with that double whammy,
Yeah.
the eclipse, what's happening is the moon is shining the light on the darkness, and the darkness is where he is right now.
Yeah.
It's not you.
No.
And the eclipse is things that are hitting you hard,
Mhm.
you know, realizations, understanding, and how you comprehend it and how you move through it. So, like, if you weren't at a place you were in, it could have, like, oh my God, I love him. Why can't he see that?
Right.
Why is he getting caught
Right.
up in the negativity?
Right. Right.
But
Right.
because you're at a higher vibration, again, I'm getting chills. It's your understanding. He doesn't have the capability
Yeah.
to vibrate at your frequency. He doesn't understand my
I
intention,
keep telling
and
people
he's
I feel
finding
bad.
fault.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
it's like all I could do is pray and say, hey,
that's it.
one day
Yeah.
he'll find his way. And Randy says he wasn't able to be receptive. And there
Yes.
you go. Let's move on from that. So
Yes.
um it was just a great it's the only thing I will say to continue is I love it when you have these experiences that are adversity and these negative experiences, but you walk away feeling good. You walk away feeling like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's
just
that
learned something.
aha.
Yeah, I just learned something. I just loved myself. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, it's like
That's
it's
right.
it's it's a great feeling. So
1,000%.
um so let's talk about Priestess L slash Ellen Pellegrino.
Oh shit.
um,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was when we actually met, which was the experience where we were at a celebrity golf outing. This is an
Yes.
infamous experience because
It was.
there, there,
I
there's
still
there's
don't have that
there's
footage.
missing footage here because I was working at a place that I don't work at and was not able to. I just lost the access and I hadn't sent it to her.
Right.
But it was an amazing experience because Sal Valentinetti was there,
Yes,
and
he was.
and we were filming an interview. I was working for Nightlife magazine,
Yes.
and we were filming an interview.
Uh,
And you were there, and you said, "Oh, I'm a friend of Mike's," or Mike said, "Hey, this is Elle.
yes.
Help her out." And so instead of you filming on your iPhone,
Right.
I filmed you with the camera that I had and everything. And
Right.
you were so cute. You were so nervous.
I
With
know him so
Sal
well, and his
Valentinetti.
daddy and his
You
whole
were just like
family.
you were so nervous, and I felt so bad because it was a little obvious. And but it was awesome. It was very cool, and that's
Thank
where we
you.
met. And then once that I think connection was made, we started running into each other
Yes. So many
often,
different
often
places.
in so many different places and different
Steve
capacities.
Sage.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Videos, different videos. So I want to talk about all of those things, all of the things that make you up. I love people who aren't so specific in who they are and what they do, that they're kind of diverse. I love that. I love the ability to not have to wake up and do the same exact thing every day
Never,
and be like,
ever.
oh no,
We
it's
couldn't.
a whole different adventure today. And
Without a
I mean,
doubt.
I have a
Without a
job. I
doubt.
have to kind of do the same thing often, but that job includes opportunities to go and do adventures and events, which is another thing. Like, you are everywhere. You are at all different types of events, not just
Yes.
spiritual events, but celebrity events. You have millions of photos. I was looking through your Facebook today. You have tons and tons of photos with
Yes.
celebrities. And last
Yes.
night you have photos with Mike Tramp and his guitar player. And
Yeah.
uh that's it's an exciting life. You're in a good place, and I know that it's not just a coming from like a show off aspect, because I've experienced your energy and you just enjoy the f out of life.
I do. Yeah.
And
When you first met me, I was doing Age of New Beginnings. So for
right,
a
okay,
decade,
let's talk about that. Yeah.
I had a show. And with that show, it was a cable show. I had it on Long Island cable stations.
Mhm.
And it was me doing, showing Age of New Beginnings, because I do so many modalities. I'm a hypnotherapist, and I'm intuitive. I do
Right,
quantum
all
healing,
different
take people
metaphysical.
to different dimensions, and
Right.
they feel it and experience it for themselves. That's the quantum healing that I do.
Mhm.
But I did the show, and I showed many different modalities.
Mhm.
So what I did was, from ayahuasca to different shamans to different people around the world, that showed how you can overcome any obstacle in your life.
Right.
Because Age of New Beginnings is whatever it was before, God bless, because it made you from who you are.
Mhm.
And from this moment forward, it's up to you on how you want to embrace life.
Right.
You
So
know?
yeah.
So, I mean, I can help somebody heal and shift, or there's a zillion other people that are magical and wonderful, and I was showing them off. you
Yeah,
know,
very, very
more than
much, yeah,
myself.
very much
And
like
during,
this. That's what I love about this, is the opportunity to, not only am I sharing this moment with you, me and you are talking, right? And it's like
yeah,
nobody else is here, but there are people out there who are watching. There are
yes,
people who are going to join in the replay and see us talking, and something's going to resonate, right?
yeah, for
There's a
sure,
reason we were
totally.
called together to talk tonight, right?
Yes,
So
yes, yes, yes,
that's what
no
I love
doubt.
about this. So go
Yeah.
ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's all beautiful. I shared you on my Facebook thing so they can catch this and catch
Awesome.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Welcome to anybody who's watching. Say hello. Don't just hide in the shadows. Say hello. Don't be afraid. We don't bite.
What's wild is a lot of people know me, Ellen Pellegrino, but they don't know the real me, which is the Priestess Elle.
Okay.
So politically, I know everybody.
Mhm.
Business wise, I'm very involved because I have a number of catering halls, and I do weddings and I do events with that. And then what happens is we have Anthony's Live, which was our restaurant 40 years ago that we had for 25 years, that now from the restaurant we created magical shows,
Mhm.
so at Windows on the Lake, the beach club, sometimes Jake's 58, or it doesn't have to, it could be anywhere, Anthony's Live, we're showcasing people that we think are magnificent in the music industry, and could be murder mysteries, it could be anything that you're expressing your
Creative.
passion,
Yeah. Something
which is
creative.
what Age of New Beginnings is too, is
Right.
igniting your passion so you're happy.
That's right.
Yes, we do magical weddings, birthdays, and different things like that. So we always enhance moments.
Mhm.
The food is to die for. Everything's made from scratch, and every person you meet, you'll fall in love with.
Right.
But yeah, so when it comes to weddings, occasionally to very special people. I'm also a Reverend. So I did the first
Oh, that's
Zoom
what.
wedding,
Okay.
and I was in channel 12 and channel 7, and you were only able to have 10 people at that time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was just like the immediate family, and then everybody else was Zoomed.
Right.
you
That was
know?
during COVID. Right. Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
And during COVID, I did with Carla. Carla, we did, Guido, we did 22 days of transformation.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. What's that?
And that's when
Share that
COVID
stuff.
just started.
Right.
And what it was, when people were going, holy shit, what's going on? Every day for 22 days, we both co-created a beautiful experience where you met some of the who's who on Long Island,
Mhm.
that you got to know them, but you also went through a healing experience. And if we have time, we can go through a healing experience for
I would
anybody
love
who's
that.
listening.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm getting chills on that as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So the point is, whatever's going on in life, no matter how insane it might be, and it might be insane,
Oh, it is.
it really is. You can't live in fear. It's an illusion
Mhm.
that we make so real, it affects every part of our body, our
Mhm.
emotional body, our physical body, our mental body, where we can just freeze.
Right.
So you learn different things, which is what we project out there. You learn the violet flame, you learn how to raise your vibration, you learn how to see things from a different perspective, you learn how to shift and know that you're not a victim to anything.
Right.
And um, I'm trying. Should we go right into a healing?
If you listen, if you want, I'm open to
I'm trying to
anything.
think of how we're doing with time.
I
I'm
love.
yeah.
It's only 9:34. We got
Yay.
25 minutes.
Okay.
How long does the healing take?
I
How
could
long?
do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah. No.
I
Listen.
mean, I do quantum healing, which is 2 hours, and it's wonderful and great. But the essence is taking a moment,
Mhm.
breathing,
Mhm. Mhm.
breathing in the light of all that is, bringing it right through you, allowing yourself from your heart down into Mother Earth, connecting as if you can, envision roots coming out of your feet and connecting to the heart of Mother Earth, because where we live is magical. We're a magical planet with a magical place that has everything we need and more. And the more we tap into this magical energy, so we're going to bring in the love of Mother Earth together with the light of Father God, and breathing out and envision the vibration of that light surrounding the earth. And as it does, you can feel your body feeling lighter and freer. Realizing how powerful and wonderful you are. That as you shine your light, amazing things happen. And as you shine that light, as if there's a mirror in front of you, and shine it back to you. And let that light fill every part of you. Things that you see in others, things that you appreciate in others, is the magic of who you are. Breathing in that beautiful vibrational light. And as your vibration gets stronger and stronger and more powerful, you're this exquisite vibrational essence of light and love. Moving and flowing, and allow it to start moving in a way where you feel yourself almost like an energetic dance, like an atom. And you're moving, and as you're moving, you're connecting with other vibrations. Some you love, some feel uncomfortable, some you just can't handle. And you honor you, feeling lighter and freer, and feel a swirl of energy happening in all these different vibrations, different bright yellow, bright orange, bright green. And this is a powerful frequency that's given to you to help you release all the energetic cords that we once felt were so important. Now, these cords could be cords to family members, to friends, to relationships, or cords to different part of yourself that didn't resonate, that hurts. Envisioning the swirl of energy dissipating all the things that you're ready to let go of. God and the universe is giving you this beautiful gift that you're not forgetting. You're just releasing the energy of what no longer serves you, so you can lift higher and higher, and feeling freer and freer, like a hot air balloon, lifting to a place called your higher self. And as you connect to this magical place, your higher self, it's that place between your heart center and God. That higher self is how you see the world and yourself. And to come to a place of compassion. Understanding how to see yourself in the past, and those old cords. We might have beat ourselves up for things. We might have overlooked certain things because we didn't think we were capable of. We're letting go of I'm not enough. We're letting go of all the lack, or the lower frequencies, because as you're letting go, you're seeing yourself as your true self, the beautiful essence of God. Yes, you are God's light, God's vibration, each one of us, and allowing ourselves to enjoy the magnificence of who we are, feeling lighter and freer. And as you breathe, as if I see Archangel Michael giving us all a gift. And that gift are these beautiful sunglasses, these beautiful rose-colored sunglasses. And as you wear these wonderful, magical sunglasses, you start to see the world from a place of love, from a place that feels like truth. And as you do, you start to feel happier, feeling lighter and freer, more expansive, and knowing from this point forward, this is your time to live life the way you were meant to. Lighter and freer, feeling more present, breathing in and feeling the seat beneath you. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm vibrating. I'm feeling so alive and so happy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Breathing in the light of all that is and being very proud of what you just experienced. It was a beautiful blessing that you did to yourself. You blessed yourself.
Totally. And I feel it, and I totally feel it. That was awesome. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you for sharing that.
Were you able to see those sunglasses?
Little guided. I did. I opened my eyes, and I didn't actually open my eyes. I felt like I opened my eyes and saw through them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The world is a magical place if you allow it.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And that's really, it's the whole thing about perception. Everybody's got a different perception, but you're in control of how you respond to that perception. You know what I mean? You don't, you're in control of it. You're in control of the energy. At this point, if it's not obvious to you, you know what I mean? It seems like, people have experiences and you get it. I think you said it best. You said you need to have compassion, for the people who maybe just don't get it, or, and you need to look at everybody as if they're doing their best,
That's it. That's it. I love them where they are.
Right. Because, and I
Exactly
think,
where they are.
the thing is for me is like, I wasn't always this guy. You know what I mean? There were times that I was maybe that guy. And it's like having compassion for yourself. You know what I mean? It's like you realize, people learn when they're supposed to learn and experience the way they're supposed to experience. And that's part of the beauty of all of the different perceptions. Even if their perception is, well, my perception's right. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the beauty of it. Okay, if you say so. And that's great. Randy said that was special. Randy enjoyed that. And Tim says, I don't know if I'm healed, but I definitely feel better, calm, and relaxed. I think that is a healed. Right? I mean,
If you're able to feel more alive, feeling a little bit of that tingly, feeling a little bit of knowing that when you have the ability, when you shine that light on the world, you're shifting the world. And the more people that are in a happier place and a more positive place, you get to see the darkness clearer. The light is more powerful than any darkness. And if we all raise our vibration, we'll see what's not truth and then we can take it from there. Not getting
Absolutely.
political.
No,
Just saying.
absolutely. No, you don't need to, and you don't need to. And I
No, I
just
will
want to pop
never.
your I forgot to put this on the ageofnewbeginnings.com. You were talking about the show that you had, and this is your website, ageofnewbeginnings.com,
Yeah.
which is another thing I wanted to talk about. Bum bum bum.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
were
that's just one thing because that just happened. Yeah, that's
sure
where Randy was.
but let's talk about that thing. You were honored as the Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yes.
I think I said that before I started the show.
Yes.
What tell us all about what that is, what that means, what that's done for you, what it was like being honored.
I'm not a new kid on the block, so I've done lots of things. So having windows in the beach club, well, if you look behind us, you can see, we do have pyrotechnics and we do all kinds of different things. But what happens is in windows, not in, well, I have windows on the, this is in Lake Ronkonkoma,
I
and
was
on the
just
other
gonna
side of the
say,
lake,
right.
I have the Beach Club Estate, which you've seen the gates open to Beach Club, which now we're reopening and having a grand opening June 2nd because
Awesome.
we redid it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And but inside there, I have a spa and salon. And
I was,
in
I
there,
was
I
going to
do
ask you if you redid the spa and salon, and
that
you
I
did.
didn't redo because I didn't need to.
Right,
But I do
right.
the hair and makeup of brides.
Right.
But I also do it with people needing to see something different in their life.
Sure.
You know,
So
or to see
you just kept it, you
themselves in a
reopened
different
it.
light.
So that's going to reopen.
Well, my place is still open. I'm still doing the spa and salon and the healing work.
Awesome.
But the beach club, like that building,
Yeah.
totally different.
Awesome.
The woman who gorgeous view of the water. Windows has it. Beach Clubs has it. And at our grand opening, we're doing a fundraiser. I don't know if anybody knows Carol Williams. There's Reverend Williams and his band. One of the members died, and they have children that have no family. So we're raising money at the opening. But we also have Abby from TKA going to be there. Going to be very exciting. We have so many great people that are coming and events. So if you go to Anthony's Live, you'll see from there all the different shows, the events, the grand opening. Windows and Beach Club are both of our facilities, me and my husband. But from that, well, not from that. I guess what happened was I helped my husband around the clock for 25 years.
Yeah.
Anthony's, Windows, the Beach Club, off-prem parties, events, planning, decorating tents.
Yeah.
And then he made it sound like he did everything. I'm like, oh, really? So then I did me. And doing me was the Age of New Beginnings.
Right.
And the doing me was environmental consciousness, how to live a healthy, positive life. You don't need meds. You just need to get you and love you.
Yeah.
And we do at the spa healing modalities. I mean, it's great to have a massage, but if you had a healing massage from one of our therapists, it's transformational.
Absolutely.
You know,
what kind of therapies do you offer there? Different energy therapies, Reiki?
Everything from detox foot baths to ear coning to quantum healing to, oh my gosh, there's hot stone, and then there's crystal healing. There's a whole realm of things that you might not see somewhere else, you know?
Awesome.
And yeah, sometimes people are afraid of changes, but when the therapists do energy work, anyway, the massage therapy you can feel a difference.
Yeah.
You know, when you how can I say it? When you go to a chiropractor, it's because you blow yourself out. But if you keep thinking the same way, you're going to keep blowing yourself out over and over and over.
Right.
And until you become conscious of a healing or a clearing or a new understanding of yourself, releasing self-sabotages, whatever it might be, then you're not reiterating that. And I think that happened to me, why it was so important to me and why I got heavy into this is I had my first daughter. 2 weeks later, I was pregnant with my second daughter. I was going food shopping right after coming out of the hospital. I was wearing these flat shoes and was a high gloss ramp going out of the supermarket. And I went down the ramp, my feet went up, and I fell right on my
my.
tailbone and I fractured it. And I
Ow.
got a thing called coccydynia.
Okay.
So for 2 years, I went to different doctors. Why am I in so much pain? You just touch me and it hurts.
Right, right, right.
Well, coccydynia is I fractured my tailbone into my nerve center. And the neurologist that I finally went to, $360 or 15 minutes of his time for him to tell me, you gotta learn how to live with it. I learned how to raise my vibration.
Mm,
I learned how to heal different aspects of me. Prior to that, I was getting into car accidents and different things were happening where I should have died.
mhm, mhm.
Healing and shifting and healing. And now I never have accidents.
Right.
And knock wood, thank you, God. And I, how can I put it? Just like you said, every day is an adventure.
Mhm.
I surround myself with exquisite people that do what they do really well
Right,
because they're excited about it.
right, right.
And so the healings, which most people don't know about. I mean, I also marry people, over at the place, but I don't do it that often, only for special people.
Right.
And, but yeah, that was one thing, fracturing my tailbone. I crushed 6 vertebrae in my spine. And
Wow.
I also smashed my head and damaged my occiput. So
Wow. Would it be safe to say that you're a klutz? No,
no, no, no.
I'm just
I
teasing
just
you.
had
No.
accident after accident
Yeah,
that
no,
was
I'm just teasing you.
preordained for me to
Right.
experience.
There you
Because
go.
if I didn't hurt
Right.
myself like a mother, I wouldn't be able to help other people to get out of pain, and I wouldn't have
There
raised
you
my
go.
vibration to that point. And it took me a lot of years to say priestess.
Right.
And priestess, whether you're a priest or a priestess, the feminine version, I live in the vibration of God.
Yeah.
My name is Ellen, but I love to go by Elle.
Right.
And why that resonates, that's the name of God. And so what I teach is we all are, in my perspective, God's lights.
Sure.
You're God, I'm God. We're all different versions,
Absolutely.
and
Yep.
the way I put it is if you're watching a TV, it has all these different little pixels.
Right.
I'm a pixel, you're a pixel, and altogether the imagery is to die for.
There you
You
go.
know?
I love that analogy. That's a great metaphor. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great metaphor. I think, you said it, uh, well, I just had it in my head. You said it was just about energy. Um, God, I can't believe it. It just went out of my head what I was going to say. I was going to refer to something that you said. Hold on.
Maybe it was getting caught up in pain.
No, I just, well, I think, it was actually about self-love. Because
That's this year. Yes,
yes,
self-love.
yes, it was self-love because I think not only is that is like the the base ingredient, right, of living successfully happy in this day and age. Self-love is like, there are a couple of other ingredients, gratitude and humility, and there are some basic uh philosophies, and that's really all they are, is ways of
Yes.
thinking. But
Yes.
self-love seems to be kind of, in my eyes, the most elusive to most people. I think people like you and I, and this is not in judgment,
No.
see other people suffering,
Yeah.
unnecessarily, because of
1,000%.
systems that they've been brought up in, and paradigms, and again, not getting too political, but just the way it is. And it doesn't need to be that way, you know what I mean? And that's what this shift that's happening is
That's right.
people are starting to realize, hey, it doesn't need to be that way. You had said, I don't want to run out of time, you had said something about talking about specifically, I know you mentioned it earlier, the eclipse and the specific energy that's happening, but what specifically did you want to talk about?
What I wanted to talk about is if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling dis-ease, you're meant to. Okay. God in the universe right now is shining light on things that aren't serving you. Allow yourself to understand it, move through it. And if it wasn't that uncomfortable, you wouldn't be able to shift. because it's easy for that part of you to be accepting. I'm comfortable. I know this. I'm familiar with this. It has to get really uncomfortable for you to say, no, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
And allow yourself to jump into the unknown.
Right.
And this is a year of self-love. It's a year of soulmates. It's a year of raising your vibration to a new frequency. And I'm in chills as I'm saying it, because people have to hear the world is not ending. It is just beginning. And this is your new beginning. This is the time.
There you go. The age of new beginnings. It all comes back around, right?
It does. It is.
Totally. I agree with you. And it can certainly be difficult looking around as somebody who sees things that way and seeing so many people struggle and just kind of being like, man, they all have to learn at their own pace. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, like you said, I think, and I think I'm guilty of it too. You are probably too, that you get into a comfort zone, right?
Yes.
And it's like, I just want to be comfortable. I don't care, and
Right.
that's kind of a little dangerous because you won't grow. You won't grow inside of your comfort zone. I think it's always good to, and that's why, even though, like with my job, I love getting assignments that are so challenging. Like,
yes.
how are we going to do that? Oh,
yes.
Man, we got to figure that out.
Getting to that, I've produced 5 movies. I have a few more coming up where I'm really excited about. I have some really cool music videos. I have a book that I'm going to be coming out with, coming up too. Look, also coming up, there's Good Samaritan happening, and there's all kinds of other wonderful things in the pike. So stay tuned. I produce, I executive produce, and I act. and so
let's take a look at this. Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, there you go.
Ellen's IMDb. Yes.
How you doing?
So yeah, yes. You've got a few movies here that you're known.
I don't even have everything up there because I had a friend that used to do it for me, and and he hasn't helped me in a while.
Where is what's the Devil's
that one is where we play the masters.
Oh yeah.
And it's quite there's me and Anthony the Masters and the devil, and you could say the devil made me do it. and it's very exciting, exhilarating, and it's about men wanting very unique type of meat.
All right, we won't give it away. We won't give it away like that.
Just a little something.
That's awesome. Yeah. And again, I love the idea that you can embrace life that way. You know what I mean? That you can. It's like it's not just about oh my God, I got to get up, I got to go to work, I got to do this. It's about finding things to be an adventure. You know what I mean? Yeah. I see Tim is saying, it took me almost 45 years to truly find self-love. Once that happened, I also found my true love, Sonia. That also led to lots of other amazing things. So Tim has been a guest on the show, actually. Beautiful. And his story is so phenomenal. He had so much adversity, like physical, healthy issues, like getting his stomach removed and crazy things. And yes. And then in the last year, he's last couple of years, let's say, we've seen him as a fan of the show meet the love of his life in Brazil and eventually get married, and now he has a child. And
God bless.
It's so beautiful to see.
It is magical.
So happy, even through they're having some issues with health still, and even through that, it's like you can see how attached to love and how much they understand what love means. You know what I mean? In their little family unit in the photo.
Well, if he's going through health issues, you call me up. I'll help you through that, because that's helping you. How can I say? Heal another part of you, everything is about growth, and empowerment, even though it feels like holy shit, but it's not. And when you get to the other side, it's the best. And you're never too old to find love. Mm-hmm. And that's the exciting part, It is.
Well, but wait a second. Well, let me say before that, you're never too old to find love. It's true, but what do you got to find first?
And love of self, of course.
Self-love is that's
Self-love,
you cannot love
2023.
somebody else until you love yourself, and that I think is
That's
something
right.
also that's an important lesson. We go through life in our youth,
Yes,
in and out of these relationships, and
yes,
looking for love outside of ourselves.
yes,
You
we
know what I
do.
mean? And
We
not
do.
knowing, nobody told us, wait a second, look
You're
inside for
right.
that love first. And I love this saying is, be that person that you want to fall in love with. You know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
You need to be that person, and then and then you'll love yourself.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
there's
You'll
another.
find somebody of a positive vibration once you raise your vibration.
That's right.
And I
Exactly.
have, if you ever look, different classes and programs. One is the law of attraction. We teach by our place.
Mhm.
And I have a program that takes 2 hours and it feels like 20 years of therapy. And if you ever want to experience it, it'll blow your mind, Mike. Fabulous.
Awesome.
But what happens is it really makes your life start moving faster. Once
Mhm.
you become in alignment with what you truly want.
Right.
And sometimes it
Absolutely.
shifts and changes, but
Right.
that's part of, but the law of attraction
I would even venture to say not sometimes it shifts and changes. I would say it's constantly shifting and changing.
constantly. Yeah.
And but once you've kind of achieved a certain frequency, you kind of know where that is, and that's where you want to be. And so you're still always, your frequencies I think are always raising. And you know what? I'm going to take that back. Sometimes people trip and they fall when their frequency
Right.
lowers, and they gotta raise it back up again. But isn't that the beauty of it? Is that
Uh,
you choose that, right? You decide,
True. Now, I
what.
just want to say behind me, I have the Beach Club Estate. And what I do with the Beach Club Estate, again, is the age of New Beginning Spa and Salon. When you trip and fall,
Mhm.
it's your body talking to you. If you trip with your right foot, it's that male aspect of you or feeling not supported. Everything is not happening to you, it's for you.
Right.
And that's what we teach and help you understand and come into an alignment, which every day is a gift. You are a gift. And when you come into that alignment with what a blessing you are, life is infinite,
Magic
it's
happens. Yeah.
abundant, it's exquisite, it's fun, it's
Right.
fabulous, it's exhilarating, you
That's
know?
that's that's where those infinite possibilities exist. You got to get to that point, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, hey, infinite possibilities.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I gotta say, it went quick, but that's been our hour,
Okay.
together, and I love speaking to you. I'll have to have you back on the show because I know you
I
have
would love that. I'd be
so
honored.
much
Thank you for
stuff. Yeah.
having me. I feel very blessed. I couldn't
You
wait.
this is, you know what, this is such a happy place because again it's just like it's all about love. And uh it's interesting, let's not go back to the other shows, but other shows, a lot of people do shows with all of this negative energy, and they're talking about things that get you upset, and they're talking about, and it's like I wanted a place where it was like, let's talk about positive things,
Yeah,
let's help each other raise the vibration.
that's it. Let's do that.
And I'm so happy to have accomplished that. And so thank you for being here, because I couldn't do this without my wonderful guests, and you're the moment right now. You're where we're at.
Um,
This
Thank
is
you for being the blessing you are, and thank you for
uh
having me.
thank
And
you.
until
Thank
next
you.
time, much love.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the backstage. Don't go anywhere. I just want to say goodbye to
Okay,
my
love.
my
You got
my
it.
friends here, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Thanks for being here. Ellen Pellegrino, my friends. Yes, she, like I said, she is a real cornerstone. I was going to say staple, but it's more of like a cornerstone of the spiritual community here. She's got some beautiful facilities in Ronkonkoma, the beach club, and Windows on the Lake that she was talking about. So check them out online. Also, the Age of New Beginning is what I have at the bottom of the screen. You can find her if you feel like you resonated with her energy, and if you did, I will testify that she can help you. If you resonated with that energy, that's all you need to do is be around it and pursue it. And the intention of being with that energy will magnify it. It will, her energy and your energy will then combine because there's that intention there. So I see Ninja Kitty came in late. her husband had a little knee replacement. That's all right, Ninja. You're here. I appreciate you being here, and you can always watch the replay. We had a great time talking to Elle Pellegrino. Next week, I have Rich L, who is a friend of, if you guys remember, Jordan Martin, who I had on the show. He's a real estate agent, but he's also a mindfulness coach. So very much into all of the things we talk about here, energy and consciousness and being mindful of the moment, which I thank you guys for being here with me in this moment. It's one of my favorite moments of the week. Every Thursday we do it. I will be back next Thursday with Rich L. Until then, I will see you. Peace.